Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Welcome back to another stream. We've got Group D today. We got the USA versus Australia. Hope we're doing well. I'm very excited for this one. I think that this is the table topping fixture for this group. It is, yeah. It's going to decide who's going to be on top, either the USA or Australia. Hello, hello. My name is Jeff, North American number one. I'm guessing you're American, so you're going to want a good result tonight. You might get one. You might get one. Interesting game because I think for the US, this is like a real galvanizing moment. You know, there needs to be a really good result that comes out of this for the US. I was thinking earlier on what constitutes as success, and I would say that anything other than a quarterfinal appearance is a problem. And this makes people not care about football in the US for a while, probably because everyone is watching them. When was the last time that everybody was watching the national team in the US play with this much, focus and this much anticipation? Probably the last time that they played a World Cup in the country in 1994. So expectations are very, very high. For Australia, on the other hand, this is like, I think, like a lot of people, I'll put my hands up and I'll say that, listen, I grossly underestimated Australia in my predictions, in everything that happened. I guess I was just uninformed. I was misinformed. I didn't pay attention to it too much. But after watching, or I didn't watch the actual game, but after seeing the result they got against Turkey and the defensive performance that was put up against them, I mean, I watched the extended highlights, so I clearly know a lot. I'm clearly very, very knowledgeable on everything that happens regarding Australian football. But after that, I don't know. I feel like they're probably the dark horse, so to speak, that everyone wants to look to bring a lot of upsets because they've already done one, I think, going up against Turkey the way that they did. Two very contrasting styles that we've got tonight, because we've got the US, who Pochettino wants them to play in a very, very I think it's quite obvious the way he wants the US to play, very dynamic, hard pressing, playing in the front foot, cutting in between the channels, everything, lots of triangles in the midfield. And I think that with Australia, seeing as how they defended against Turkey, we're going to see that this is their setup, and this is how they're going to try and outwit the Americans. So yeah, there's two contrasting styles that could go either way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let's get this thing started. Let's do a poll. Let's see let's see who's winning, who's not winning. Also, good evening. Welcome. We're gonna have some good football today, I think. And we're gonna have fun. We're gonna chat a lot of nonsense. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And watch some football. We're not just chatting nonsense. We're gonna talk about some very serious stuff. So only serious things are being said in the comments, okay? Only serious topics. We don't joke around here. All right. So interesting, I was reading earlier on, Australia have never topped their group in a World Cup before. And this is their 7th World Cup. I think it's their 6th straight World Cup or something like that. And the US have never won 2 games in a row in the World Cup. So history could be made today. A lot of history could be made. A lot of interesting things could happen. I am going to go as my prediction. I think the home crowd is going to do a lot today. I think you have to kind of believe that the home crowd is going to do some things. Although Mr. Pulisic doesn't look like he's making an appearance, which, this could be somewhat problematic. Sorry, I got to clean up my glasses over here. Not like all you guys that can see super well. Oranje man, Aussie, oi. We know where you're from. Cactus Dave, now I have to watch my other team. Cactus Dave, remind us. So I think that you said you were Mexican, yes? Remind me, because maybe I'm wrong, but you're also watching the USA, which means you care. Or maybe you're Australian. Let us know. Where's everyone watching from, and who's everyone supporting? Gamer Patty says they're about to get Iran Kunded. They might be. Listen, Turkey didn't know what was happening for them, and they got slapped themselves. So it could very well happen over here. It's going to be a peppy party, says Early Bird. You are an early bird. True to your name. It'll be a cagey match. Yeah, I think that this is going to be a much better test for the US than the match against Paraguay. I don't think Australia are under any sort of, let's say, delusions that the Paraguay team was under that made them play in an expansive sort of open way against this US side. It didn't make much sense to me. My name is Jeff. What do you think about Mexico, Korea? South Korea stole that one, didn't they? Yeah, they really, I thought that South Korea was going to win that game. I didn't, again, another one of those ones that happened early in the morning for me, so didn't see it live, but saw extended highlights. And Mexico were through. We all expected them to be through. So now we're in a situation where if South Africa beat South Korea, then this group is definitely not what everyone expected. I don't see if that happened. I don't see that happening personally after seeing them play now against Mexico and then Czechia, but anything could happen. Anything could happen. Tay says the only Australian player I'm scared of is Iran Kunda. I think you should be afraid of the whole team, if I'm being real, because they're going to be the ones that are going to completely defend the entire time, and then and he's just going to be the one that finishes it off if that happens. So. Jake says, which hosting team do you think will go the furthest? I think I've got a sneaky suspicion that Mexico is going to go the furthest. But this is also without me double checking who they may have in the next round. I think I was seeing some talk about playing England as their pathway, but I'll have to double check all of that. I think the USA, based on the first round of games, is the strongest team. The question about who is going to make it the furthest is another one. We'll take a look at the lineups just now, and also I got some more packs, so we're gonna do some more pack openings to determine the winner of the game. If you don't know how this works, we're just gonna open packs, and then by the end of it, the team that of the players that we pack, the team that has a higher number of players packed, is going to win, and that's what the crystal ball says. So basically, if we pack 2 Australian players and one USA player, then Australia is going to win, and that's science right there. If we pack no players from either team, the result rests with the gods. Good evening, Alex. Steps, I think the US definitely wins this one. Definitely is a strong word. Definitely is a strong word. Is a strong word. I will forever have your why has he done that whenever mentioning Luis Suarez biting people. Yeah. I got you. The Russian Bear says, ooh, FIFA needs to bring back Russia. Safsa says, as much as I hate to admit it, US would win probably this game. Cactus Dave, come on. It's possible. It's possible. You're saying that South Africa beats South Korea is proper banter. It is proper banter, but I mean, come on. Evening, y'all. Jonah, evening to you. Cactus Dave, 30% chance it's Mexico versus England is what I've heard. Yeah, I thought as much too. Okay, let's take a look at the lineups quickly. We've got 5 minutes left. That's enough time. That's enough time. That's more than enough time. It's more than enough time. Also, most of you say USA are going to win this one. Hard to disagree with based on the first few games. Strong team from the US. Obviously, we've got a very glaring omission over here. Big man LeBron James of soccer isn't going to be participating in today's game, which is somewhat problematic for the US, but let's see how it goes. But other than that, listen, Flo and Balogun, he's going to have to do some big stuff. He's going to have to do some very big stuff. Australia, this is how we... man over here on an island. on an island. Iran Kunda doesn't start though. We will see him off the bench. But check this one out. The last line, big line, is going to be not much. So I mean, you're going to be seeing the US try and go down this channel well. The last game with Pulisic, this is how they were attacking the entire time. I'm wondering how this is going to be augmented going into this one, and also how Australia are going to counter. Yeah, this is the first Australia game that I'm watching live in this World Cup, so anything could happen, and I'm very excited. Okay, we're gonna do a pack opening in a little bit. Goic says if America win the FIFA Peace Prize, they can win the World Cup. I mean, yeah, you gotta believe. Kid, hello, how you doing, man? Dr. Pepper, good morning, mate. Come on, Australia. What time is it in Australia? What time? Are you guys fighting sleep at the moment? Yeah, what's the deal? You have a feeling this will be a draw? I think there's going to be a winner in this game. I'm going to go ahead and put my neck out right now and say there will be a winner. There will definitely be a winner. Are the Aussie wingers inverted, or is it a good old park the bus? I'm thinking that this is more or less a park the bus type of situation. Brody says, I must apologize for putting Australia last in my predictions. Listen, I've already apologized. I guess I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of apologies throughout the duration of the stream because listen, I'm sorry. I did not know your game, Australia, and I was foolish. Very clearly. If you want me to apologize to you personally, you've got it. I'm over here. I'm bearing my heart out for you. Okay. Quick pack opening. I got some of these World Cup stickers, these Panini stickers, and again, I'll explain. Basically, the team with the higher number of packed cards wins the game. That's the scientific process. I'm like that octopus that predicted the World Cup. Rest in peace. I just spilled my beer. Alex, come on. That's really poor form. Pick it back up. Why is it so hard to take these out? Sorry about the delay. Technical delay over here. Okay. Are we ready? First pack. First card. South African player. Pretty good one. Next up. Just no USA or Australia players yet. And we're going to be doing these now. We're going to do one at the first hydration break and then one again at halftime, just to see. Mexico. Carlos Rodriguez. Brazil. Vinny. We got Vinny Jr., boys. And before you ask, yeah, I was once cripplingly addicted to FIFA packs, which is why this is filling my itch right now. Okay? I'm trying a lot. Mexico again. For the time being, no Australia or USA players. No Australia or USA players. So it looks like it's a draw at the moment. We'll do another one at halftime, and then we'll see. Also, at some point, I might have to invest in one of those cameras that looks down to make it a little bit more professional. But we'll see how it goes. The service is choosing. Oh, we're about to start. Let me get my ticker. Ready. We have kicked off. We're off and running, boys. Well, actually, I'm a little bit late. Let me correct that. There we go. All right. Oh my God, already Australia on the attack, and a good shot, but it's saved. Holding on for dear life, our boy Freeze. Oh, the US trying to play, they're trying to play their football. Now you see, this is where Australia are going to have a lot of opportunities. A shot already in within the first minute, just from pouncing off of some sloppy play. So if they can be if Australia can be all over the US and just force them into making some mistakes over here, then I think that there's a real opportunity for them here. I'm really excited to see how this one turns out. Jake says, was gutted when Balogun left Arsenal. I bet he scores credit. Didn't he leave Arsenal as a youth player? Was he good as a youth player? I mean, how would he... Was he good as a youth player? Let's double check. I'm going to do a bit of research here. Well, he left in 2023. It wasn't too long ago, so... Yeah, I'm guessing you're an Arsenal fan if you were watching him play back then, and were familiar enough with his game. Yeah. Gosh. But yeah, put your score predictions in the comments, guys. Let's see. I saw a couple people. I mean, most people are saying that USA are going to win. Yeah, put your necks on the line. We're not gambling here. You're not putting anything down. Okay, it's just an opinion. Okay, and if your opinion is wrong, I might show up in the middle of the night and just be wanting to collect some money. That's it. Nothing hectic. Nothing crazy. I don't have to be weird about it. Ceaseless says, I know it's very difficult to overcome an addiction. Yeah. That's why we got the packs over here. 2-0. I think that this is going to be, it's going to be US 2-1. And we've got Robinson on the side. And the first corner of the day, was it a corner? Oh, no. It's a goal kick. That's well defended. It's very well defended. No, Mo, I'm saying he left in 2023. So he was, I guess he was 20. He left Arsenal 3 years ago. Cactus Dave says, USA get bounced out in the group stage. Now, I'm not saying I would be jumping for joy, but I'm not saying I wouldn't be barely laughing on the floor. Fair. A lot of haters are clocking in. Are you guys hate watching right now? Do we have some hate watchers in the building at the moment? You know, like, I've never understood the concept of hate watching. I mean, that's a lie. I get it. You know, you don't want a team to win. But it's like you're actively setting aside so much time to watch the downfall. Like, I get it if it's like in a Champions League final. Like for example, where people were hate watching for Arsenal and PSG. But like if it's just like a regular match, you know, just care about your own team's fortunes. No, I'm joking. Don't let anyone tell you that you need to care about that you shouldn't be worried about other things or care about other things, other teams. Drink water as well. Yeah, any North Koreans here? By the way, that's a good question. That is a very good question. Where are the North Koreans? Because there were so many in the last stream. I was surprised. I was so surprised that there were so many North Koreans in the chat because, I mean, I've heard some things. I'll just put it like that. I've heard one or two things. Good ball. Brilliant transition. Good cross in, and you almost have Balogun on it, but it was offsides. That was a good cross. Promising attack coming from the right-hand side by the US. McKennie drives into the channel. The very same channel we were talking about before, the right-hand channel before the game started. Gets a good cross in, but he was off, or someone was offsides. Oh, no, it wasn't an offsides. It was a short pull. Short pull by Balogun. Good start. We've been on both ends of the pitch. Both teams seem to be able to get in. Australia, first it was due to some really good pressing by them, but in the US they worked some good opportunities. So, and look at. I mean, take a look at the running being done over here. Great pressing. Australia are pressing very high, and Toure is through, but he gets shut down. Australia are pressing very high. They're playing a very, very high line. This could be dangerous. This could be dangerous. If the US were dealing with the Christian Pulisic right now and they had that in their locker, then I think this would be a very, very dangerous approach to take. Perhaps Pepe or Dest can get it going for them, but not so good, not as good on the ball in these early stages. Yeah. Alex Buckingham says, I hate watched Arsenal in the UCL final, but that was a rarity. I don't hate the US or Australia. I just want the Aussies to win. Yeah, fair enough. I am always on the side of good football. I try to be as impartial as possible. The only time I'm like somewhat tribal is with Manchester United. But in these sorts of cases, especially with international football, and that looked like it was a bit of a wild tackle in the midfield. Was that by Metcalf? Adams is on the floor, pounding the floor. No, it was Lecky, sorry. Oh, it's just late. No, it was a late challenge, but there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. Let's keep going. Michael says, do you think Portugal will bounce back? It depends. It depends because there was a lot going on. Because there was a lot going on with that team. A lot wrong with that team, and it's such a difficult situation to be in. I'm imagining if you're anybody that is involved with that Portuguese FA, because all the stories that have been coming out about people bombarding everyone involved in that team for not passing to Ronaldo enough, and this is the typical Ronaldo fanboys that we see online. And then we've also got Roberto Martinez, who's claiming that I think he said he's quitting after this, and then he's going to go manage Al Nassr. Or I don't know if that was made official or if that was a rumor, but that was being touted. So I don't know. I really want to know how great play by the US. A great 1-2 play in there on the right hand side. Again, they're finding a lot of joy on this right hand side. Watch that space. Watch that space. I want to know how these Portuguese players actually feel about Cristiano Ronaldo. It would be interesting to know because I would imagine that there are probably a couple in there that are thinking, listen, we need to have somebody else. We need to have somebody else in here if we're going to be meeting our ambitions. That's just my opinion, but maybe I'm wrong. Hansi Flick, welcome. welcome. That's crazy that you're watching. Are you scouting? I don't have a ball, but I can do a couple flick flacks for you at halftime, and maybe you fly me over to Barcelona, and then we can get things going. I'll send the contract over. Don't worry about it. Football Iconic, you are the greatest football story presenter and need a TV show. That would be great. I would love that, but I've got a face for radio, if I'm honest with you. So let's leave it at that. Jake says, no hate here, Football Iconic, your videos are amazing. Thank you, man. And also, thank you very much for joining the stream, everyone that has joined. I am relatively new to streaming, and I'm trying to get better whenever we make these, and maybe we'll make a couple during the actual season. But let me know what you think so far and what can be improved upon. By the way, hold that thought. The US are driving down, and it's a goal, and it's 1-0. And it's 1-0 to the US. It is 1-0. And who scored that? Is that Pepe? Or was that an own goal? I think it was an own goal. It looked like an own goal. We're already off to the races, boys. So now this is absolutely the best thing that could have happened in this game. Australia haven't been as reserved and staying at the back as many people had predicted that they would be. They have come out to attack. They're pressing extremely high, but now they're being forced to actually have to come out and do even more. We got a game on our hands, boys. We got a game on our hands. But listen up. By the time the hydration break comes and we put out our cards, then maybe you'll start. Great ball on the left-hand side. Balogun driving through. Really dangerous ball straight through, and that's a great goal. It's a great pressure. It's really unfortunate by our defender over here. Really unfortunate. But that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. That's from Burgess. Burgess, oh, sorry, man. Exactly the start that Pochettino would have wanted. Exactly the start that the US would have wanted. They are, at the moment, at the top of the group. And the US fans are 100% on cloud nine. Still a lot of the game to play, though, and Australia are immediately on the attack. Oh, oh, oh! You know what, eh? Do not assume that this game is over. Do not assume that this game is going to go exactly one way. The Australia have just had a great shot. Lecky with an outside the boot strike that has just gone wide. USA almost getting a taste of their own medicine, just as the goal that Rayner scored in the first round. All right, guys, I think we're going to have a fantastic game. I think we're going to have a beautiful game. Sorry. Ang Molly says, who is the star to watch from both teams? I guess from Australia, I guess Toure is probably a player to watch at the moment for them. From my knowledge, he had a good game in the last one. Everyone was wondering if Iran Kunda was going to start in this one, who is the person who scored Australia's first goal. Metcalf is also another one to watch out, another scorer of the previous goal. Another scorer of a goal for the last game. For the US, if I'm being completely honest, it's obviously Christian Pulisic, who is the LeBron James of soccer, infamously, but a lot of these players in the US are very good. Fuller and Balogun is going to be someone everyone is going to look out for. Of course, striker, big stuff. But they have a lot of other teams. They have a lot of other players. Weston McKennie right behind them. Adams as well, great. Robinson. So I guess if I were to give you one name for each team, I think watch out for Fuller and Balogun, who just did the assist for US. Well, I can't really call it an assist because it was an own goal, but he put the ball into the box that had resulted in Australia losing their footing and conceding the first goal. And he drove down the wing after a great pass that put him through there. So look out for him. For Australia, Toure has already had a shot. He had the first shot on target in the game, and corner in, and the US headed right into the goalkeeper. But what happened? Was it a foul? Yeah. Lex says, reducing Portugal's problems to Ronaldo seems way too simple. Basically, everyone played a bad game. The problems are way deeper than who plays striker and Ramos. The only option had a bad season. Yeah, no, I mean, Lex, I'm not sure when you joined, but I was also saying that Portugal had a lot of problems. Portugal had a lot of problems, but it's also, they're being inundated right now by a lot of stuff that's happening with Ronaldo and the Ronaldo camp. And I believe his sisters were also kind of saying a bunch of stuff online and dissing people in the team. So it's like, that's one aspect of it. I was just talking about that aspect. But listen, Bernardo Silva was horrible. He wasn't great in that game. You know, João Neves and Vitinha weren't their usual selves. There was a lot that was going wrong there. There was a lot that was going wrong over there. So it's just one part of the story. Who scored? It was an own goal by Burgess, Australia's centre back. Any halftime snacks? I don't have any snacks with me actually. I just have my water, which is all we need. Which is all we need. That's all we need. Belanik says, "Imagine getting up at 5 to watch your country lose. Couldn't be me." Yeah, that's harsh. Joel Harris says Burgess continuing his OG trend from last season with Swansea. I did not watch him with Swansea. I was unfamiliar with that. Was he an own goal machine? The US have a free kick right on the right-hand side of the pitch, right at the beginning of the final third. So far, none of their... Well, they've actually had some good... They've connected with a couple of their aerial crosses so far in this game. So let's see how this one pans out. Ahmad says, LeBron James of soccer is a diabolical comparison. Never gets old. It's the only true comparison. He's the only one that is comparable. I mean, what is LeBron James to basketball? The GOAT to a lot of people, right? What is Christian Pulisic to global politics, to ice hockey, to... You know, the US have just won one ball. I'm scatterbrained right now. What is Christian Pulisic to basically anything of substance that happens in the world? The GOAT. So the comparison stands. Digimon says, any of these players that you want to play for Manchester United? Nah, not really. Jonah, going to try once more. Thoughts on replacing KDB with Vanaken for the first team of Belgium? I'll be completely honest. I'm unfamiliar with Vanaken's overall game, but Kevin De Bruyne is. I mean, he's still serviceable, right? I know he's got a bunch of injury problems himself. He's not 100% himself. Father Time does that to you. But yeah, my mission right now for the second match day of these World Cups is to watch the teams, all the teams that I didn't get to watch in the first match day because the games were on a little bit too early for me or whatever. I had a lot of fun watching Switzerland against Qatar. No, sorry, Switzerland against Bosnia. Against Bosnia, that was last night. That was big. That was big. Canada played Qatar. I did not see that one, but I saw Canada's first one. So, Hassan says, I think your timer is 8 seconds ahead. I don't think it is. We're on 19. No, it's like 2 seconds behind actually. But you are correct that it's not the same as I am. Well, I'm not going to change it, but I am currently watching 10 seconds behind, but my timer is 2 seconds behind. Yeah. We'll do another poll in a bit. Why not? Australia playing rugby. They were playing a little bit rough. Jordy says, should Poch be given American citizenship if he wins the World Cup? Well, there are two possibilities. He doesn't make it to at least the quarterfinals. At that point, he gets deported. perhaps even catapulted into the moon. One of the two. One of the two. And then the other one, the other possibility is that he wins the World Cup. And then maybe they make him president in like a couple years. Crazier things have happened. Alco says, funny, both Portugal and Spain being my favorites for the final. Great ball through from Belligan, but he doesn't control it. That's saved. Ryan picks it up. No problem, no problem. But the US are still on it. And Belligan, can he turn and shoot? He gets blocked. D33P says, D33P is actually deep. I've just realized. That's a deep name. Deported even after he wins. The Shape says everyone should be rooting for the US in that case. What, you want Pochettino to get catapulted into the moon? That's a bit crazy, bro. Shapes, dog, that's a bit mean. You don't have to say that kind of thing. Jones says Swiss and Austria are always nice games to watch. They are real bulldogs that always put up a fight. Yeah. Yep. Very true. Henderson says, can we take a second to appreciate Poch's Cholo style? Deep also said, tax. Well, you've said this before, so I really appreciate the donation, man. But you said tax before. What do you mean by tax? Australia are on the attack. First cross in, but it's just out there, and that is really good defense by Freeman. Velupillai is almost on it, but he is thwarted. Yeah, Deep. What is tax? Randomize his favorite brand of water. God, I don't know, man. I don't really have a favorite brand of water. Tap. It's this great new brand out there. I don't know if you know anything about it. I don't know if you know anything about it. What is going on over here? What is going on? This wrestling going on in the box. What am I watching? Arsenal? Cross in from Australia. And we're out for another corner. Freeman is a great American name. It is a pretty good American name. It is a pretty good American name. Also, I'm looking at the timer now, and all of a sudden my stream is 10 seconds behind. I don't know how that happened. It was really closer like a second ago. Anyway. Sleepy Ninja says US moving crazy, bruv, and Portugal is a dumpster fire right now. Hydration break. Everyone get your water out. It's very hot. It's very hot by me right now. So I mean, I'm really not a fan of these hydration breaks. I really just want to keep watching football. I'm used to watching, I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but I'm very used to watching 45 minutes of football at a time. Possibly a little bit more, a couple more minutes afterwards, but it hasn't happened so far. We got our second pack opening of the day. Also, I'll do another poll after the pack opening. But if you don't know how this works, the more players of one team we pack, the better. So if I pack more Australian players by the end of this stream, by the end of the first half, which is when we'll do our last pack, they're gonna win. If I do more US players, they're gonna win. So it really is in their benefit to show up in these packs. First sticker. Egypt. Not any of them. Cote d'Ivoire, number 2. Also, can you see this properly? Is the camera focusing good enough? Yeah. No. Second one. It's just the trophy. This is a weird sticker. It's just the trophy. It's just the trophy. Anyway. Third pack. Hernandez. Tio. Japan. Last one. Canada. You guys aren't going to believe this. You guys aren't going to believe this. We've pulled our first Australian player. We've pulled the first player in this game so far. I'm not going to lie to you. But we're going to put this over here. I'm just going to balance it over there. This is a really good sign for the Australians. I've consulted with my big brain scientists out there, and pretty much all of us have all kind of agreed to the fact that this means what we all think it's going to mean. The Savas is so 0-0 draw. No. Do you see this right here? Ox3 says, any England players, Panini stickers amongst your collection? Not at the moment. Oh, there might be. You know what? I've opened a ton. I have like a full block at this point. I don't even know what to do with these. Do you guys know what we're supposed to, I know that you're supposed to put them all in a book or whatever, but like, I don't know. There is a family that lives downstairs from me, so maybe I'll give it to the kid. We'll see how that goes. Safsa, hey, how you doing? It's very hot by me. TaylorMade says these ads are the worst. The US on the counter with Robertson again. Kenny cross it in, can't find a decent cross, and it looks like it is. By the way, why is the Australian player over here knocked it into touch? It seemed like it was going up for a goal kick. Interesting. Jordy Chavez says, did you create your own FOTMOB predictor for the World Cup? I didn't. Maybe I will. I don't use FOTMOB. I actually prefer SofaScore. Maybe they should just go ahead and sponsor me at this point, but maybe I'll just use FOTMOB instead. No, I'm joking. I haven't done that yet. I'll do that later. C says, we mustn't forget it's been raining. All right, Ty. Sleepy Ninja says, as an avid cricket watcher, I'll love if Aussies somehow get the better of its soccer crowd. Wait. Did you just delete your comment? I think why'd you do that? Magpie says, my idol, Matt Turner. Ahmad says, do you know about some special patches on some players' jersey this year? They will start showing up in the top pack 2031. Yeah, I've seen some of these players have like these patches on their jerseys. I guess it's if they are like the top scorer of their if they're the top scorer of their nation. Like Mbappe has one and Messi has one, and like I guess a bunch of other teams do too. So Connor Regan, Socceroos got to bounce back. I think they will. Listen, we've got the science over here on our hands. It's been an interesting match so far. Although it's mostly been the US looking for their second. So, yeah, Australia are going to have to do quite a bit to come back. Yeah, I was about to say, Australians do call it soccer too. So I think they're called the Socceroos, aren't they? But I think that guy deleted his comment. I didn't delete it. I've never deleted a comment on this channel before. We don't judge you. We don't judge. Okay, Sleepy Ninja. We don't judge. Like, it's all of us are foolish. I mean, listen, if you're in this comment section, then it's a wrap. It's a wrap already. All of us say things that we don't mean every now and then. You know, there have been times in my lifetime where I've been like, yeah, you know, Man City's logo is actually quite nice. It's actually a pretty nice logo. But I mean, you know, all of us have our moments. Andre says, you call it soccer, you deserve to lose. I think both teams playing right now call it soccer. I think both teams call it soccer, you know. Let's do a poll. Okay, let's double check. We'll do for both of these. We'll do for both of them. But first, let's start with the US. How far do we think they're going? Samuel says, are you enjoying this live session, broski? I'm actually quite enjoying this because the US with a great passage of play and they've won a free kick. I'm really enjoying these because it makes me actually talk my own thoughts, and it helps me with my videos afterwards too, because I tend to remember a lot of these things, and I'm getting reactions in real time, and I'm chatting a bunch of nonsense while doing it. Quarterfinals, semifinals. Connor, Old City logo cleared, 1000%. Ball into the box by USA, which is thwarted pretty easily. You're actually right. I did like the Old City logo was a lot better. But I mean, this is just the way that most football logos go these days, right? They oversimplify them. They oversimplify them for marketing purposes. Says the guy whose logo is literally just a guy with a ball. Matthew Trustler chatting a bunch of nonsense for sure. You know I can see your profile picture, right? I can see who you are. Sleepy Ninja, thanks, Tinashe, for giving me moral support. You're a real G, dude. No, I wasn't actually giving you moral support. I just wanted you to show your face so that we can all pile on to you again. No, I'm joking. Of course. We're a support. This is actually more of a support group than anything else. A lot of tackles flying in. A lot of tackles flying into this game. Is the ref going to blow there we go. At least he blows his whistle now. I counted at least 3 or 4 very meaty challenges over there while he was letting it fly. I will say the refereeing in this World Cup it's been inconsistent for some things, but for the most part, I think we've seen refs really try and let the game flow. I quite like this. The Sarah Alvarado says the reason the US call it soccer is because they already have American football, and it'd be too hard to differentiate the two if you call them football. I mean, that's also one of the two, but I think I was reading a while back that soccer actually, the term soccer is actually a British invention. But we'll have to read up on the lore after that. The US all the way. Okay, so back to the poll. Round of 16, 46%. I agree. I agree that is more than likely, but I mean, listen, the way that they're playing right now, they are doing really well. They're very patient. They're attacking from both sides. They're attacking both sorry, both channels. They're doing very well. And we already know that this Australia team can defend and hit you on the break. And listen, the crystal ball did say that this result could turn into in the way of the Australians, but it hasn't yet. So maybe round of 16 is just about right. I don't have a winner option in the poll because I can only put four options. I would have gone a little bit further. Jay says, have you heard of the Oracle joke coming out of the Netherlands KO games? I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means, man. I apologize. Foy says, I love watching your videos in the morning before I start working. Thank you for making these. Of course. It's for the love of the game. I have a dog to feed as well, so it's important. Ooh, this is good. This is a good turn. This is a good run of play by the US. We've got Fallerin on the ball. Fallerin on the ball. Dest with his left foot. Decent cross for his left foot. I haven't seen him use his left foot other than stepping off of the bus. Oracle joke is an elderly who will do the goal tunes for the Netherlands knockout games. Oh, okay. I haven't seen that. I'm sorry. Controversial opinion. If Fernandes was at Barca or Real Madrid, he would be getting glazed and compared to all-time great midfielders like KDB or Kaká. Can I tell you, man? This is one of those things. It's like Harry Kane. No one thought that, well, it looks like a really big... That looked like a... There was an Australian and a US player both on the ground. Neither of them are moving. It looked like there was... I mean, on first glance, for me, that coming together didn't look like it was anything serious, but perhaps one of them's play acting, perhaps it's not. Let's see. I guess both teams have taken this as a hydration break after the hydration break, so let's see. Yes, about Fernandes. About Fernandes being at Barca or Real Madrid, it's the same thing with Harry Kane. A lot of people did not think that Harry Kane was a good player when he was at Tottenham Hotspur because he was at Tottenham Hotspur, and a lot of people just didn't watch his games. So and which is strange because a lot of them would watch him for England, and then he is England's top scorer of all time, and I think he became that many years ago. So people just would refuse to believe that he was good. And then he goes to Bayern Munich and he wins everything, and then now he's one of the best players ever. I personally think that Harry Kane is the best player in the world, which triggers a lot of people for whatever reason. But I just also don't think that they have watched him play. Bruno Fernandes is immaculate, and he has been anyone that's watched Manchester United for the last 5 years. He is the best player that Man United have signed post Sir Alex Ferguson. No doubt about it. And now, after the season that he just had, getting the top assist provider and breaking the records that he did, breaking the record that he did to be the highest assister in a single season, a lot of people have started to realize it. But it is what it is. Banana says, Tinashe, the current Man City logo is the old logo. The City logo people consider old. The one with the Eagles isn't the old one. The real logo is the logo. Okay, I did not know that. Well, I guess when I was referring to the old logo, I was referring to the one they had in 2008. Let's say that. But I guess maybe a better way to say it is the previous logo. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Can we be friends again? That's good. Hassan says this is the first time watching the World Cup and it's great. Only got into football after the 2022 champions were crowned. Ah, you only started watching football after Argentina won? So who's your GOAT right now? Also, where are they playing? Seattle. Sleepy Ninja talking about, I'm guessing you're talking about Bruno Fernandes, where you're saying that his loyalty hampered his global image. I don't know. McKennie on the wing, double teamed. Ooh, very, very almost does a nice little sneaky ball, but he still has the ball and he's in the box. Yeah, Australia are finding it very hard. Ooh, good flick flag by Dest. He could have fallen over there. He does a sneaky little dribble in the box. He could have fallen over, but he doesn't. This is good. We like to see it. Keeping honest. And it's a foul. IB says, "Love you, man. I love you too." And thank you everyone for joining into the stream. And very chilled. Very chilled. We just watch along. We're not here for expert commentary or for anything that resembles professionalism. I mean, you guys aren't even sure if I'm wearing pants right now. You definitely can't know. There's no way of knowing. Ball onto the box, shot from the edge of the box, and it's 2-0. It's 2-0 to the US. Or is it offsides? Oh, it's offsides. Well, they're checking. So it might be, they're checking, but it might be something else. That was a good ball. That was a really good set piece play that they did, passing it to the edge of the box. A shot. Freeman goes out. That's offsides. Well, where does he come from? Yeah, he's offsides. That was almost a hype moment. That was almost a hype moment there. Why is USA playing like prime Brazil? I don't know. I really don't know, but they're doing well. Magpies, I don't think we want to know. Yeah, but that's the thing. It's not like you don't. It's also that you don't want to know, but it's also like, bro, you won't know. That's the allure. Let's move past this. I feel like let's move on to the next topic because this one is, we're getting into some dodgy territory at the moment. Soul says, what has been the recurring comments for foreigners coming to Yo States food? Is it how big our country is? Is it the weather? I'm not sure what you mean by this question. Irish fan in every Czechia, Max says, oh, was that given? It looked like it was offsides. Goal was given. Oh, there we go. 2-0. It's 2-0, guys. And the US are running away with this at the moment. Pochettino, his hair flowing in the wind. God damn. Well, I mean, the US are sure they're this is a real statement performance from them right now. Oh, he's being played offsides at the top. I didn't see the Australian man at the far right. He must just be on side. Yeah, fair play. Great goal. Great, well worked goal. Bit of fortune with the way the ball bounces here. But really good awareness, really good positioning. And Freeman heads it home. And it's 2-0 to the US. Well played. It looks like Pochettino's not getting deported. Not yet, at least. Also, by the way, if it stays this way, my crystal ball might certifiably be wrong. But if it stays this way, this will also be the second time that the US have won consecutive World Cup matches. With the first time being, sorry, it will be the second time they've done it, with the first time being the very first World Cup they ever participated in, which I believe was in 1950, and they got third place. Think about it like that. This is great. I don't know, says a lot of teams are playing like prime Brazil, except Brazil themselves. Yeah, something is going on over here. Samuel was onside because he was being played onside by the Australian player in the far right on Australia's right hand side. I didn't look. I was looking at the bottom of the screen, not at the right the whole time. But damn, the US are spanking Australia right now. This is not a good look. Another corner. But it's another free kick. Can I tell you something? If they bring these sets of rules into the Premier League next year, Arsenal are not going to be. I know. I'm sorry to make this about Arsenal again, but Arsenal aren't going to be able to get away with what they did because these referees have really been clamping down on a lot of the activity that's happening in the box. Connor says Freeman is the son of a former pretty famous NFL wide receiver for the Green Bay Packers. Oh, what's his name? Ox3 says, be honest, both USA goals have been a little lucky. Of course they have. Of course they've been a little bit lucky. But you make your own luck. You make your own luck. Fuller Balogun, he bursts down the left-hand side. He takes on his man. He beats his man. He gets the ball into a dangerous area, and he forces the Australian defense to react and to make a mistake. And then in the second goal, it's a really well-worked piece of set-piece play where they find Dest on the edge of the box by himself, by the way, all by himself. And they get a bit fortuitous with the bounce there. But again, who responds first? Who responds to the free ball first? It's the Australian player. Sorry, it's the USA player, Freeman. So you can call it luck all you want, but they made it their luck, and they have good value for that. As far as I'm concerned, everything went according to plan. $1930. Yeah, you guys are right. But it was 1950 where they made it to the semifinals, though. It wasn't 1930. The US look good. No, it was 1930. No, you guys are right. I am wrong. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? That's embarrassing. That's my bad. Listen, I can admit when I'm wrong. It's actually all the time, every day, almost every hour of the day. So it's easy to admit when it's the normal. Damn, the USA look very, very good. I gotta say, I was not expecting this level of domination from them. It's really impressive stuff. My Glasses says Freeman scoring on Juneteenth. You love to see it. Is that what? Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Callum, they beat England in 1950. But I think I was mixing the two because what I was saying was, although you're right, I do need to brush up on it. I think I was just mixing the two up. 1950 was when they beat England, and then the next day they beat England 1-0. The next day the English papers thought there was a misprint and that it was 11-1 actually that England had won. But very few people in the US actually cared by the time that they came back home. And then they won consecutive games in 1930. That's what it is. Another US attack. Dest with the left foot. Ooh, that was a good strike. That was a good strike. It was creeping into that left-hand corner. Dest has been using his left foot a lot in this game. I thought he was, from my understanding, from watching him when he was at Barca, because that's the last time that I've seen him play like consistently, he was a very one-footed player at that time. Yeah, Australia really needs to pick this up. And also, they're really showing that my packing method is not that effective. This is not good. I want to remove this now, but I can't because I think I'd just be too embarrassed. It's half time. It's half time. And it's been a very, very good, very dominant half by the Americans. They've been doing some incredible work. If we take a look at some of the stats so far, we've got 9 shots by the US. They held on to 70% of the ball. I mean, we've been watching all this happen as it's been happening. We've been watching Pochettino's flowy hair, really dominates a lot of screen time. And I don't mind. It looks quite good. They do look like they're cooking a little bit though, because it seems like it's very hot at the moment, everywhere in the world. Well, not everywhere in the world, but everywhere on this side of the world. But yeah, I mean, America has been fantastic. Australia, though, a lot to be desired. I wouldn't be surprised if we see perhaps Urankunda comes on for Toure, but at the end of the day, how much difference is that going to make? Because you can't get much service when you don't have the ball, and Toure has already been fighting very hard for his opportunities. So it's going to be a long way back for them. But let's see. We'll do a pack opening just now in about 10 minutes so that we can see how the game is going to go and consult the crystal ball again. Udo says Australian is getting rattled. I love it. Yeah, they're all getting rattled. G says the US could be so much better in sport, but the U system makes it so a lot of the best athletes cannot afford the support. Yeah, and then a lot of the funding goes towards gridiron. What am I? 50 goes towards the NFL and the NBA and the MLB. Let's put that there. I'm going to stand by my prediction beforehand. I'm going to stand by it. Magpie says, back in 2005, Australia had Kewell, Viduka, Bresciano, Grella, Calac. You said Kewell 2 times. Schwarzer. I believe they also had Cahill. You forgot him. Zed for Zek. To be fair, a lot of games have exploded into life in the second half of this World Cup, so don't count Australia out. Very true. Very true. I mean, a lot can still happen. Couple tactical shifts over here. A bit more of an onus on breaking the lines, but US have looked solid from every direction in this game so far. So I'm wondering I'm wondering if I'm Australia's head coach right now, where am I going to look to find some inefficiencies? Because other than very early in the game, like within the first minute, we saw Toure forcing an error and getting a shot off. It was defended quite well in the end, and the angle was kind of suppressed for him. But apart from that, there haven't been that many bobbles. I think Australia have only taken 2 shots all game. Abish says you give a very athletic FC vibe. What does that mean? What is an athletic FC vibe? What is athletic FC? I'm unfamiliar, unfortunately. Roger says, my question is, how far does the US have to go for the world to start getting pissed? Round of 8? Definitely, I think quarterfinal. Because the US have made it to the round of 16 many times before. I believe they made it to the round of 16 last World Cup. So this isn't something that that is new. This isn't something that's new. We'll redo the poll. We'll redo the. Now that we're at halftime over here, we'll redo our poll. Just so we can have a little bit of fun. Know what we're dealing with over here. What did just happen? What just happened? Did I just go offline for a second? The computer just said it disconnected and reconnected. That's very odd. Sorry about that. If anything weird just happened. I think there's some technical difficulties, but I mean, we're here. What was I saying just now? Private equity, yeah. Well, private equity are taking up everything. Private equity are taking up everything at the moment, so they might even be taking up this channel. No, they're not. They're not. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Yeah, a lot of stuff. M Brown, keep up the great content. Much love from the USA. Thank you very much, man. From the looks of things, we're gonna have another video glazing the US because they're doing very well. Cave says, ahoy, love the videos. And what type of dog do you have? I have 2 poodles. Oh, very cute. Very cute. I have a Swiss Shepherd. Well, my girlfriend has a Swiss Shepherd that I have adopted myself. So I don't know, something happened with OBS. OBS just like shut down for a second, like disconnected, then reconnected. That's very strange. It's never happened before. Again, sorry about that. Abish say you say the YouTube channel Athletic FC. Oh, you mean Tifo? Oh, yes. Well, I mean, they used to be called Tifo, weren't they? Thank you. I guess is that the vibe that I get, or maybe like a dumbed down Athletic FC because number one, I know far less ball, and number two, I'm not good at coming up with number 2s, and I just put up a 3. So that tells you all you need to know about that. Poch changed the US team. I want to put another. I want to go onto like Polymarket or something, and then do a thing for. Does Pochettino get a knighthood from the US? Audio is off sync. All fixed now. Okay. You can't hear anything? God, this is a problem. By the way, all of this is an issue because of my producer. Yeah, if you just go ahead and refresh, I'm sorry about that. All of this is my producer's fault on this prestigious stream. Usually we don't have issues like this, but yeah, he's just been really lacking at his job, and I'm looking to fire him if I'm being completely honest. But for the time being, we just have to kind of deal with it because I don't know. I guess it's like he's like a nepo baby or whatever it is. You guys know the deal. You guys know the deal, I'm sure. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Miranda says you are/were a journalist, right? I remember before the face reveal videos, I was never a journalist. I was a civil engineer. Yeah. Yeah, I was just a weird guy that decided to talk about football for whatever reason. For whatever reason. And then people decided to want to listen to it for whatever other reasons. Okay. We're going to do another pack opening just now. You guys know the deal. You know what's coming next. I feel like there are going to be more... I feel like there are going to be more USA cards in here. So let's see. Abish says, man, the way you narrate the videos and the stuff you search up is absolute top-notch. Punditry, you will get there one day. I don't know if I want to do that, if I'm honest with you. I mean, I don't think that I have that much of a TV presence. I think I'm quite happy doing research and making these videos, and maybe I'll get better at streaming, and I'll try out all the other streaming platforms and everything, and I would like to get better at streaming and talking, and giving my thoughts and not like sort of explaining how I view a game and talking a whole bunch of stuff a bit more. I think that'll be great. Can we confirm, Jammy? Jammy, you're saying, imagine telling people who can't hear you to refresh. Okay, Jammy, can we confirm? I'm gonna do a poll on this because maybe I need to refresh because everything seems to be functional right now on my OBS, but I'll do a poll right now to say, can you hear me? If not, I'll reconnect my microphone. I don't know if I'm being trolled or not. Zach says, wait for the Papa generational team talk 3-2. Mr. Popovich. Make him beg for his job. My name is Jeff. The thing is, I don't know. I kind of have to live with the guy. You know what I mean? Nicholas says, are you the producer? Me? Am I of this show? You're asking if I'm the producer of this show. This show is way too low quality for someone like me to be producing it. Let's be completely real with ourselves. I mean, I'm a very upstanding person. Speaking of which... Hassan, whoa, civil engineer. I've just graduated and I'm looking for a job in that. Where are you based? The world needs more civil engineers, by the way, even though I left the profession. I do think that the world needs more of them. And that it's also a job that is criminally underpaid. Okay, all of you guys can hear me. Oh, who asked the question? I didn't see an earlier. Oh, I said cave. I did see that. I answered. I have a Swiss Shepherd, or my girlfriend has a Swiss Shepherd rather. So I have adopted the dog, the cute little dog. Sava says, can we name the producer LeBron? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Banjo says, hey, Chinasha, would you still do an end of season review? Oh, we're doing a 25-26 review, but after the World Cup. There's just too much happening right now. There's too much that I have to, that we're talking about. Peter, guys, can you hear me? I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you just be a little bit louder? FPL Joe says, are your videos, what did you say? Are your videos fully scripted or you just notes for research? For reaction review videos, it's mostly like just notes and then talking about it, but then everything else is scripted. Pack number 1, first player. Where are we? There we go. Congo. Second player. Koulibaly. Senegal. Third player. Schmidt. Fourth player. We're getting close. If we don't have any American players in this, then it's going to be problematic. It's going to be problematic. Arrascaeta. Lyndon Dykes. And our last one. No Americans. No Americans. And those are all of our packs that we have, actually. I'll have to go buy more tomorrow. I'm sorry for everyone that's addicted to them because we've run out. Unfortunately. The game's about to start. Second half's about to kick in. Are any of you wagering on this World Cup by any chance? Cave says, lovely sounding dog. And yes, you answered before. Yes. Ian, I just think that weirdly the 3 hosts could make it to the 8th finals, but I don't see much level to go beyond that. Yeah. Oldes, how do you rate the US this game compared to versus Paraguay? I would think that this performance has been even more impressive than the Paraguay performance. Well, that's not true. The Paraguay performance was like an unbridled level of control. But I do think that Australia, from what we saw, they seem to be a better side. In this tournament, just in this, I'm not talking about there's Aaron Kunda about to come on. I'm talking about in this tournament. I'm not saying beforehand, because clearly beforehand Paraguay were one of the sort of premier defensive teams on the planet. But in this tournament, Australia looks like they were a cut above. I guess they had different game plans as well so far. And from that perspective, from that like story, like narrative perspective, I would say that they've looked good. They've looked very good. Everyone kicking into touch straight away. PSG really they made sure the meta is something crazy. Also, the second half has started. I need to reset the clock. Okay. Let's take a look at... I saw Aaron Kunda was warming up. Is he on? Yes, he is. He's come on for Toure. So is Connor Metcalf. So is Jason Guerrier. For Burgess. Well, let's see if the shape changes. Let's see what we're dealing with. The US really don't have to do much in this game. They just have to be composed. If they cede this win, which I don't think that they will, then there's going to be some real question marks. But I don't think it's going to happen. Let's see. Cave says USA are definitely looking good. Move the ball so well, for sure. Mufasa, if one would like to work for you as an editor, where would one apply? Oh, you can send an email, I guess. Yeah, we can see. The Sava says pulled a lot of CAF cards, Africa to win the World Cup. That's correct. The continent of Africa is going to win this World Cup. I can guarantee that. I can say if you've got any money, you can put it. You should put it on that. Yeah. Uz says sports gambling should be illegal. Fair. Well, that's a good question. What do you guys think about sports gambling? I've made videos on sports gambling before and sports betting before, and like I know obviously it's the undercurrent of it is this big is gambling just in general can lead to a lot of addiction, can lead to some real problems. But there's just been this massive epidemic, and I'm seeing in the US as well, just a huge number of gambling sites and proliferation of it going on. Like my stance has always been that like I don't really do much sports gambling. I do it every now and then, but it's really just in moderation. But then there are people who can take it overboard. But it's also, I don't know. I get approached by a lot of different companies for sports betting, and I've always said no. Like for the last 6 years of doing this channel. But I don't know. I mean, like my thought of it was always like protecting the audience, so to speak. But I mean, this audience is like 75% over 25 years old. So I wonder. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about sports betting? Gambling is okay, but the way it's being abused is immoral and wrong. But it's always been abused. Like it's always been abused. Like it's not. I don't know. I'll do a poll. I'll do a poll. Like I don't know. I've always not taken many gambling sponsors because it's one thing for me to do it every now and then. I've never taken a gambling sponsor actually. It's one thing for me to do it every now and then, but then to promote it to a wide audience is like another thing. And I don't know. I mean, I've always been completely honest with you guys on this channel. I've made videos and been completely honest about my stances on these sorts of things. But it's like, I don't know. And it seems like a lot of other creators are taking them these days. And they pay a lot. Well, we'll see. I'll more than likely continue this way, but one day it might be hard to say no. What do we think? There is the element of it making games more fun, but then it can get to a point where it's not so fun. It's not so fun. I'm also seeing a lot of creators taking. I'm not going to obviously name names, but I mean, you guys, everyone watching this video, I'm pretty much assuming that you're well versed in creators on YouTube. Let's see. Yeah. And like I said, I'm being completely honest. I just want to know what people think about it because, oh, the US are on a break. Fowler and Balogun 1-on-1. Can he score? He takes too much time. He takes his time. Oh, that is horrible. That is horrible. He needs to score there. He needs to score there. He's 1-on-1. Almost. He takes so much time. He allows the defender to catch up to him. So he has a huge head start as well. Oh, that's poor. That's really poor. That's really poor. Ah. So okay, so this is the thing that this is also a thing that I'm worried about. This is also a thing that I'm not worried, curious about, because like gambling in computer games is predatory for children and for like I would say young adults, but then this is why I'm curious about like this viewer base, for example, because everyone I think is responsible enough to be able to do it in moderation if they want to. So I'm interested. Just Kickoff says, "Do you have a dream sponsor?" Maybe Manchester United, but they don't need sponsorship, do they? I don't know. Mo Abbas, make your money, big dog. Yeah, it seems like that's the main opinion from a lot of people. I mean, listen, we'll see. I mean, I've never said that I will never do it, but I've also said that I have reservations strong enough to be able to say no most of the time, like up until now. Christopher should be banned, or at least gambling ads should be banned. Yeah. I do think that it's a psyop in some sense. The dog needs feeding, but agree ethically promoting it feels wrong. There is no way to ethically promote sports betting. I mean, you can say all you want that people should be responsible, but you can't actually, you don't know who's going to get the message, like who's going to be the one that receives what you're saying. If you are, let's say, you're a creator and you've got some people watching, you know, I would imagine that everyone in this stream, can do that, but like it's there is a much smaller, you know, group of people here, which is also why I really like these streams. Like I really like, because I feel like I'm talking to everyone here. I feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm talking to everyone here, and I can sort of like gauge opinions a lot more efficiently in this sort of setting. As opposed to if there were more people, then it would be hard to actually read everything and respond to people. Deep says, sub him off, disgrace. I'm guessing you're talking about I'm only catching up with your messages now. You're talking about Fowler and Balogun, yeah. I don't think he needs to be subbed off, but that needs to be a bit of a wake up call. He really should have scored there. Clear people do it a lot. I'm guessing you're South African. And I'm guessing you're talking about things like the Betway Premiership. Yeah, it's gotten to a point. Like I don't know if I'd be like comfortable with someone saying that they became addicted after I did a promotion. But like I said, like Cave said, the dog needs to be fed. FPL Joe says, what do you think of sharp markets? What is that? It's a very different world designed mainly for syndicates competing for a data information advantage rather than just bets, punts. I don't know what that is, so I can't reply. NZ says Goldbridge has gone so bad with sports betting. If I'm honest with you, most notable sports creators do quite a lot of sports betting ads. It's not just him, but also listen, he's running a business. I get all these guys are running business. I mean, everyone watches the Premier League and everyone watches all these teams, so it's like, and all of them have some sort of wagering sponsor on them. It's pretty widespread. This card keeps falling off. I think the reason it keeps falling off is because the gods are telling me that your prediction was wrong. Froze says, hello people, didn't plan on watching, but if you're here, we're all here for you. We're here waiting for you to join us. Miranda, core viewer, please. Core viewer base. Yeah, exactly. Like I know because of the nature of the videos that I make, it's mostly either talking about, these are more like chill. These are like, I mean, I feel like we're getting to know each other quite a bit, but when I make those other videos, it's definitely like a lot more imagery, a lot of other stuff, whereas this is just me, man. This is boring old librarian me. Australia really haven't been able to do much in this half. It's been 17 minutes already. Most of the game has been played in their own half. Fuller and Balogun should have made it 3-0. Haven't been impressed. I haven't been impressed at all with what I've seen from Australia. But maybe they'll be able to get a chance of a great run being played in, but then the tackle. And I will say that the US have been running their butts off today. Really, really, really hats off to them. Really hats off. Does that even mean anything? Can bro even speak English? That was Marshawn Lynch, exactly. I was looking at him and I was like, who is that? I know that face. Ooh, Irankunda almost had, like, that's the first attack that Australia have had, and it's a corner. This man is just like, he's built like a block. Irankunda, he's built like a block over there. Good golly gosh. Sava says, tell someone to responsibly take something. It's flailing your hand over and saying I tried. Lex, you're correct. You're saying the problem is some people think they can control themselves while betting or gambling, but they can't, and they will notice it way too late when they are already addicted. Yeah. That's also another thing. Yeah, I mean, look at this poll. It's pretty much split. Like it's mostly it's horrible, but then it's also, it is only like 100. It is only 130 people that have voted. That's true, but I don't know. Also, you guys don't have to worry. This isn't like me like soft launching or anything. I'm just curious. And like I said, we'll maybe if I want to do like expand a lot or whatever, then it might be hard to say no, but it is a consideration, and I've always been honest with you guys about my thought process on the channel. Anyway, let's move on to something. Let's move on to a different topic. Let's move on to a little bit of a different topic. I've really been enjoying this World Cup, and who's playing next? World Cup match. Who's playing next tonight? Scotland and Morocco at midnight. Ooh, I wasn't planning on doing that one, but that would be I expect Morocco will win there, but that would be a very enticing game. Okay. Um, at Muna, good ethics, bro. Do anything that makes you money. I don't think I don't think you should be doing that. I don't think you should be doing it. I mean, the problem. Okay, I said that we are going to move on from this, but the problem is that if you are willing to, if you're willing to sell out your morals for something, then you're willing to sell out for anything. Like there is a price for anything. My argument was that I don't have a strong stance on it, in any case. So, oh, Iran Kunda is through. He has to score. Now the US get back so quick. The US have gotten back so quick. Nico Adventures, you're the handsome one. You're the handsome one. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm gonna end the poll. Interesting results. Very interesting results. We'll revisit this another time. This World Cup has been awesome. Have you guys like? I've really been enjoying the World Cup. There's so much that's come out outside of it. But I think when people look back on it, it's going to be. I think it's probably going to be one of fun. It's probably going to be one that is memorable for a lot of right reasons, and it's just going to be kind of like all the stuff with the Trump administration and with the visa situations and everything. Like I feel people are just going to chalk this down to like, oh, it's just the US. Like, I mean, have you heard someone speak about the Qatar World Cup? Like, remember everything that happened around that? Like, when people look back at that World Cup now, it's like, I mean, yes, you still have a lot of people that talk about that, how the stadiums were built, for example, and the labor that went into that, and the fact that they built whole new cities for it and all of that. But it's, most people are talking about the football, and it is a bit sad. That is society. People care more about that. But I think that's how this World Cup is also going to be remembered. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Nicola, depends on the semi-final and final. Yeah, that's true. If somehow Portugal pull their socks up and manage to actually win the game, win and get themselves into a final, then this will be a crazy World Cup, especially considering that Cristiano Ronaldo was banned from entering America. Like, it was unbanned like 2 years ago, less than 2 years ago, actually. Water breaks, expensive tickets, all of these things are already attributed to a lot of American sports deep, unfortunately. All of these things are like, look at NBA tickets, for example. NBA tickets are unless you're sitting in the worst seats possible, you're looking at extremely expensive tickets. Yeah, that's why I say that it's not going to be. That's why I say that it's not going to be attributed to Australia in the box. One more chance, and they fluffed their lines again. Yeah, the US are not letting up. Although I will say, in the past 10 minutes or so, Australia have had 2 good opportunities. They haven't been able to make too much of them. I would. You're saying, yeah, that was a foul. That was definitely a foul on Iran Kunda, by the way. But he has looked a lot more dangerous than Toure did in the first half. Tinashe and producer LeBron. Yeah, LeBron needs to get his shit together. He really needs to get his shit together. He's been crazy. He's been horrible. Who do you guys think has been the best host so far in this World Cup. I guess you don't necessarily need to be in the stadium, but I just mean just on like the vibe of the games. Oh, let's say teams. It's a combination of everything. The best host, as in like um, not only the team but also the fans, the vibes of everything that's come out. Probably, I think I would say like I'm seeing so many fun videos of like South Koreans and Mexicans getting together. I'll put it to Paul. Yeah. I also can't talk about the chants because I don't listen to the commentary. I think I'm probably one of the only people that does that. I think even before I like started making like streaming and chatting a little bit like this, I never I never listen to commentary. I mean, sometimes, like for big matches, like every now and then, but like most of the time, it kind of distracts me. Like if I'm watching football, I usually just watch Raw. Let's put it like that. I had South Korea. Oh my god, I gotta end this. I'm gonna end the poll. I'm gonna do it again because for whatever reason, the editor put South Korea. I think this is just like sleep deprivation happening. Man said South Korea. Is he mad? Mexico, United States, Canada. Crazy. Crazy. Nicholas says, just from experience, when I bet in pots with friends, it kills the fun because I start to think about the prediction, not about the quality of the match. Um, yeah, yeah. I think if you need to bet to make the game more fun, then you probably shouldn't be watching the game. I don't know. Maybe I'm being crazy. Maybe that's a crazy thing to say or to think. Cactus Dave, South Korea is a host. They're a host now. Nicola, you're asking why was he banned? Who was banned? Who are you asking why they were banned? I don't. I'm not following. South Korea is an anagram for Canada. That is true. Everyone knows this. Also, I hope that you guys are hydrating, seeing it is the hydration break. Argentina versus Österreich. Montag. Of course, they're showing that to me. I will be watching that one for sure. Um, banana. Yeah, there are so many unfortunate biases and hypocrisies going on. What do you mean? South Korea is an anagram for Canada. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Ronaldo from the USA. Say hi. Say hi. Drated. I don't know who that is. My name's not Drated. That's crazy. Yeah, US fans are going crazy. I can imagine what it's like being in the US right now. I can imagine what like oh, it's entirely possible that I make an appearance towards the final. Like things look like they're just going a little bit too hype. Was anyone here at the Knicks parade yesterday? Hmm. Australia don't have much time to get back into this. They really don't. You were at the parade. How was it? What was going on over there? An England semi-final or a final would be huge. Um, when it comes to England, I think that they are in control of their destiny more than I think England make it to the semi. I think England make it as far as the semifinals if they are up for it. Like I know that sounds stupid. I know that sounds like a silly thing to say, and it seems quite obvious, but it's pretty much just like it's all down to whether they actually wants to get there or not. Because they are just fantastic. I think they look the best out of every team so far in this competition. They were just so smooth with it. They were just yeah, they were brilliant. And Croatia are no slouch. Croatia are no slouch of a team. Lover says lots of climbing on building signs, but never seen so much togetherness. Yeah. I had someone explain to me why the Knicks are so huge, even though they haven't won anything in so long. So it's like, I mean, obviously there's the hometown thing, and New York is huge, and it's a huge market, especially for sports. But it's like, I guess it makes sense when you think about the fact that what I was being told is it's just the sport that everyone played growing up. It's like football around the world, but in America, right? Where there are basketball courts everywhere, and everyone has had access to those, and they're in gyms and all of that. So I get it. I get it. And it's about time, right? I feel like this is probably really good for the NBA too. That the Knicks have gone ahead and won a championship. The question is, will they do it again? Uh, Ernest says the Americanization of football. What are you talking about exactly? Oh, right. What I was just talking about. You mean the Gotham City parade? Well, well, is there going to be any, is there even going to be a city to host the World Cup final? I was reading the funniest thing where it was like, I feel like Mamdani, the mayor of New York, needs to build a new New York just so it can be like this was before the final. They were saying they need to build a new New York just so it can be destroyed by people after the Knicks win, if the Knicks were to win. Ah, poor ball over to the right by the US. And Australia on the attack once again. Not much of an attack. Not much of an attack, if I'm honest with you. I mean, Australia still make it through to the next round. I think they've already done enough to make it happen. Like if you, I think they're going to be. I've already said it, but there are going to be a lot of people that are really disappointed, and that are like really, like a lot of near misses when it comes to third place, um, um, third place placements. Only 8 out of the 12 third place teams can go through. So there's going to be a lot of near misses of people on like similar points, similar goals, similar all of that. Great defense by the US. They've looked good. Uh, Ernest says 2 words to Nasha's second apron. Oh, that's good. So a lot of you guys were at the Knicks parade. Looked mad the Knicks parade, like when Newcastle won the League Cup. Entire city came out. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. Mahmoud says, what's your opinion about Morocco? They're a great team. They're a great team, and they're the best team in Africa. I don't think that's a controversial take. I think some people may see differently, some people may not. But let's see. Miranda is saying, hey, where is everyone from? Yeah, where is everyone from? That's watching right now. I'm sure it's the same core of people. So we'll see. Definitely experienced. Who are you supporting to win the World Cup? South Africa. But I honestly, can I tell you, it's so funny. Like predictions get blown out the water so quickly. I've said, it's very public. I said, I thought that Portugal was going to win the World Cup before going into it, but I just don't think, I think that there are too many issues. Robinson is in a bit of a tiff. I think there are too many issues with this Portugal side. That I have absolutely no confidence that they'll be able to actually make it through. And then Spain was my second choice, who I saw in the final with them. Okay, so I don't think that that's a foul by Robinson. He does lift his hand up. But it's not intentional. I think he is just trying to block the man. It is a foul. I don't think it's a card, though. It is a foul. It's not intentional. Mr. Not Something, because we support the US, is US, and that's the way we like it. I guess you're singing a song. Sing it louder for the rest of us. Lenny says there's a full court on almost every block in NYC, and so many legendary sports like Rutgers Park, the City, Laswell. Yep. Yeah, but it is. You admit that it is just like. It is fascinating, just the volume of support. I mean, listen, I'm not in New York. I've actually never been to New York before. I'll go there at some point, but based on everything that I've been seeing and like the frequency of posts and like all the videos and all that, it just seems like it's such a deeply supported team, which is quite rare for teams that don't win very often. Maybe I'm wrong. Bulgaria. No one's in North Korea. I wonder what happened. I think we scared all the North Koreans off. There were so many of them in the comments before, but now they're just gone. What time is it in North Korea right now? Okay, to be fair, it's 5 a.m. in North Korea. It's 5 a.m. in North Korea, so we don't have as many here. I think it's just a bit too early. Cheers, Matt. All the best, Chief. It's 5 a.m. in Hong Kong. Bro, I'm talking about North Korea. Same time zone, I'm pretty sure, though. It's 5:45. One day. Oh well, yeah. Hong Kong is 1 hour behind North Korea. By the way, I didn't Google that. I knew it already. I think it's pretty obvious. Can I tell you, I know I've been chatting a lot of smack throughout this video, but I promise you, I actually am watching the game while talking, which is why this works for me. But yeah, the US have been great. The US have been very, very good. Like after the last game, I was very concerned about their defensive capabilities. I was also reading something that said that they haven't gotten a clean sheet in something like 9 games or something like that. And there was the whole thing about them playing against this very defensive side. And listen, they could still concede, but even if they do, that doesn't take away from how well they've defended as a unit, especially in this second half. It's been very good. Been very, very, very good. And I'm really sorry that we don't have more packs to open. I feel like that's a channel staple. Yeah. Lenny says not winning is the problem. Sorry, is less of a problem for American teams having support. Look at the attendance numbers for college football teams and compare to pro anything. Yeah. But that's because, correct me if I'm wrong, college football was the sport before the NFL before the NFL proliferated, right? Like people were like super into college football. So like it kind of predates the big leagues, so it's just passed down, right? Am I wrong or am I right? Australia with another attack, but they're quelled by the US. Is that a penalty? Is that a pen? Doesn't look like it. Ref's not waving, not nothing. No pen. Yeah, again, really solid by the US. Really solid. Yeah, they're gonna do just fine. They're in the second half. With my fist in front of my mouth, I look like the one baby meme. That one? Was that the one? Kim himself. NBA, is that a goal by Australia? Gotta be. It's gone past 3 Australians, 4 Australians, and then it gets cleared out. And it wouldn't have counted in any case because there has been a foul that's been committed. Yeah, Australia not doing so well. Samuel Hall. Thank you. Appreciate that, Chief. Rob says, Tinashe, how can you have a forehead like yours? I hope you're happy. You bullied me. You've successfully bullied me. You successfully bullied me, man. I hope you're happy. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. That did look like a pen. You're right. Samuel says, if the USA makes it to the semifinals, is this Pochettino's best team since Spurs? Probably. I mean, where's he been since Spurs? Chelsea? Where did he go? Where else? I mean, he was at Chelsea right before this one. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. So sorry, back to college football. Um, College football is still massive. Isn't college football bigger than the NFL in a lot of senses too? Like everyone is always packing up. Everyone is always um, packing the stadiums. Like there was tons of support, and it was also because up until recently, college football players weren't able to monetize, weren't able to make money from playing the game. But that was lifted somewhat recently. So like all the money was going towards the schools, so they were very very well funded. Yeah, Mike likes spikes. Yeah, I thought as much. It's similar. So you're saying college football has such a pull because it's more similar to football clubs in terms of fan relations. Like colleges represent their grads, their families, and their states. Lots of passion. Yeah, I want to go to a college game at one point. I think honestly, out of I guess I've seen an NBA game. I would like to see more, but like out of all the sports that I would like to watch, big fight happening on the screen now between the US and Australia. Tensions flaring up as Balogun is now, who is that? Being pushed away, being pushed away. Team, both players are being shepherded away, but yeah, a bit of frustration here. A bit of frustration here by the Australians. They've been outplayed. They haven't been able to play their game. It's been a really good performance by the US. We'll do our poll. We'll do our man of the match poll just now. Moab says it's bigger in a community sport. The best way I can compare it to football is think of lower leagues of football, but strictly for development. Yeah. F1, I don't watch F1. My brother loves F1 though. I don't watch too much F1. I think we've had a lot of really good performances. We've had a lot of really good performances by the US. I think Tillman's been good. Um, Australia is rattled. They can't hang and they know it. Odo? Am I saying that right? It's been fun. This has been a good one. This has been a fun stream. Not not necessarily the big boys, but I've had fun. I hope you guys have too. I'll double check just now what we're streaming next. Hopefully the video I have been working on comes out tomorrow. And then you can have a nice big one for the weekend. '90th minute, 3 goals are coming. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, Baha, it hasn't been the most eventful second half. The first half was quite fun. Australia have just really been struggling to be more expansive. It seems to me like their strength really does lie in in sitting back and then just, attacking at pace. But the only issue is that they had to attack. They conceded so early in this game that they had to just attack the whole time. Hey, look, there's a guy on screen with a Panini sticker as well. He definitely packed a US player. You see what? I'm like I said, I think that the football gods are conspiring against me because. Okay, I'm taking this cap off. Even though you bullied me, I'm back. The thing about me is that I just come back stronger. One day I'm going to shine a light on my forehead and then it's going to blind you. And then who's going to be laughing? One more attack by the US. Oh, just too far. Just too far. Wait, but it's still in. It's still in. No one in the box for the US, though, so can't do much. Recycle. Let's get Balogun back in there. Let's get someone back in there. Ah, poor touch. Very poor touch. All About Football says, will you do Brazil match watch along too? No, I don't think so. Although, I mean, it is just like right now, isn't it? Could be a fun one. Brazil, I mean, I'm going to be watching it anyway. I'll tell you what, if you see a watch along sort of thing come up, then don't be surprised. I'm excited for tomorrow, Netherlands versus Sweden, and then Germany versus Cote d'Ivoire straight afterwards. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I might just do those ones, actually. Is that the ref down with cramp? Yo, get up, bro. Speed it up. Speed it up, bro. We can't be having that. You're not a player, bro. You can't be stopping play for this. Sub him out. Get someone else in. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous behavior. I'm not hydrated enough. It's ridiculous. You know that meme of that WWE referee running down the to the stage? They need to have someone sub in like that. Anyway, yeah, thanks for joining, guys. Looks like the game's about to be over. I really appreciate you. Subscribe if you haven't, although I'm fairly certain everyone here is subscribed, and I'm happy about it. I'm enjoying these. I like the smaller crowds, and we got a lot of inside jokes coming in. Everyone from North Korea, stay safe. Everyone everywhere else in the world, maybe I don't need to say that message. Manu Minute, what's up, Tinashe? I'm good. What's up with you? The ref is back up. The game is underway again. Gio Reyna coming on for, I mean, listen, we're in the 6th minute already. For flow. Ref needs some milk. It's entirely possible, yeah. Luke saying, come on, have some decency. They run more on average than on-field players. You're correct. You are correct. It's just funny. It's just a stupid joke. But it is funny to see it. It is funny. It's unusual. One more attack for Australia. Good ball in, Mirakunda. He's been good. He's been good since he came on. He hasn't had a lot to work with, but he's battled very well. That's offsides immediately, I think. Well, I think that's it. Is that not game? Oh no, well they have to add a little bit more on for the ref. There have been a couple of fights here by the Australian players. That is true. Game has to be over soon. Gosh. I haven't even had dinner yet. It is 11 p.m. by me. Good golly gosh. So, the way things stand, Netherlands and Sweden tomorrow. 7 p.m. I'll see you guys for that. But one more USA attack. Just one more. Not good enough. Game's over. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. That was a bit of a slow end. Good job to the US. 2-0. Their tournament aggregate right now is 6-1. That's very impressive stuff. And I'll tell you what, there is going to be a lot of happy Americans right now, and for good reason too. And you should enjoy the moment, enjoy the happiness. You're through to the next round. Whoever you come up with in the next round, they're going to have a very, very tough game ahead of theirs. And hats off to them. They did it without Christian Pulisic, by the way. By the way, the US have just won this game without the LeBron James of soccer. So watch out. Watch out when man comes back in. They didn't even need him. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good one, and I will check you tomorrow.